Hi, hope you guys had a nice break.
We did.
Oh, good. Well, the break's over.
Back to work.
Back to work. So, except for that person. That person's having fun. That's cool. Well, we're going to play a tune now that is entitled The Fun's All Over. But it's a patent lie. It's just beginning.
In the bed and the bed turned over, fiddler's drunk and the fun's all over, and I'm going home to my family. Drank all the wine up and turned the glasses over. The sun's coming up and the fun's all over, and I'm going home to my family. Jumped in the bed and the bed turned over, fiddler's drunk and the fun's all over, and I'm going home to my family.
Well, I guess I'm going to do a solo fiddle tune here now. It's a solo tune because it's just too complicated to play the guitar to. And
Oh, what are you saying?
Come on. No, no aspersions on Emmy's guitar playing. I call it the Big Fish. It's a variation of Rye Straw.
And now you're back on my doorstep, crying like I cried for all those lonely years. Well, I can't dry your tears. It's been too long since love was here, and I already gave you my better years. Well, the pages of time keep right on turning. They never stop for us to harvest the years. And old embers of love keep right on dying. There was no one to dry my tears. And now you're back on my doorstep, crying like I cried for all those lonely years. Well, I can't dry your tears. It's been too long since love was here, and I already gave you my better years. Well, now I'll try not to shame you, try not to blame you. All I can do now is wish you well. And if you should need a friend, I'll be there till the end. But don't ask me to love you again. And don't come back on my doorstep, crying, hoping for what's been dead so long. 'Cause the embers have long turned to ashes. There's nothing here but old memories and this song. Well, I decided in the green room during the break that we should play this other song, also from a West Virginia country singer. Anybody here know the music of Wilma Lee Cooper? Yes.
All right.
Well, Wilma Lee Cooper and Stoney Cooper, her husband, both came from Randolph County, West Virginia. And Wilma Lee came from a town just like half an hour south of where we live now. We live in Valley Bend. Wilma Lee came from Valley Head. And it's where, it's all the same valley. And Wilma Lee just a hard driving country singer. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do the West Virginia polka. I had to convince Jesse to do this, but I really love it. So I hope you do too. You in?
I'm in.
Okay.
Too late to back out now.
Don't be lazy, time to get your gal persuaded. Hold her in your arms and dance West Virginia polka. Join the merry, never tarry with the news that they must carry. Whisper softly in her ear the West Virginia polka. Say it's sweet that we must meet beneath the mountain moon. You press your lips near while we skip to the West Virginia tune. Let your heart be light and gay and hurt your weary blues away. Say your heart belongs to me and the the West Virginia polka. Get your gal persuaded, hold her in your arms and dance the West Virginia polka. Join the merry, never tarry with the news that they must carry. Whisper softly in her ear the West Virginia polka. Say it's sweet that we must meet beneath the mountain moon. To press your lips, dear, while we skip to the West Virginia tune. Let your heart be light and gay and herd your weary blues away. Say your heart belongs to me, to the West Virginia polka.
I'm not really sure what the line means, but I love the idea that he is wooing her by whispering softly in her ear, the West Virginia polka. It's so charming.
Well, you know, I imagine they were writing the song and they needed something to rhyme with polka.
We're going to do an a cappella tune for you now. This one
It's another song from Randolph County.
Yeah, we're on a roll. This one comes from Currence Hammonds. Well, a lot of the Hammonds family sang this, and a lot of the Hammonds family were from Pocahontas County, but this version comes from Currence and Minty Hammonds, who were from Randolph County. Anyway, so this is Currence Hammonds' version of the Civil War ballad Hiram Herbert.
A sad and mournful story, the truth to you I'll tell. A sad and mournful story, the truth to you I'll tell, concerning Hiram Herbert and just the way he fell. He was traveling through this country, from old Kentucky came. He was traveling through this country, from old Kentucky came, to have a little family that was to be his aim. He was captured by the rebels, in chains they bound him tight. He was captured by the rebels, in chains they bound him tight. They swore so hard against him, they thought he was a spy. They drove him up the hollows, they dragged him down the hills. They drove him up the hollows, they dragged him down the hills. At the place of execution, he begged to make his will. Farewell, my friends and neighbors, likewise my little child. Farewell, my friends and neighbors, likewise my little child. I'll see no more of you, I fear, for I am bound to die. They passed the cords around him, they bound him to a tree. They passed the cords around him, they bound him to a tree. 11 rifle balls shot through him, he fell down on his knee. Hiram Herbert was not guilty, I've often heard them say. Hiram Herbert was not guilty, I've often heard them say. He was not in this country, he was 90 miles away. When John Henry was just a little baby boy, he was sitting on his daddy's knee. He said that Big Bend Tunnel on the C&O line is gonna be the death of me, poor boy, well, it's gonna be the death of me. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone now. Poor old John Henry's dead and gone. Well, John Henry went to the mountain and he looked up at the sky. Well, the mountain was so tall and John Henry was so small that he laid down his hammer and he cried, cried, cried. And he laid down his hammer and he cried. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone now. Poor old John Henry's dead and gone. Well, John Henry went to the captain. He said, man, you got to see me swing. I weigh 49 pounds from my hips on down, and I love to make that cold steel ring. Well, I love to make that cold steel ring. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone now. Poor old John Henry's dead and gone. Well, the captain, he said to John Henry, it sounds like the mountain caving in. Well, John Henry said to the captain, he said, that ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. Now that ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone. Oh, poor old John Henry's dead and gone. John Henry drove his steel 14 feet, and the steam drill, it only drove 9. John Henry lay down on the tunnel floor. He said, a cool drink of water before I die, poor boy, just a cool drink of water before I die. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone now. Poor old John Henry's dead and gone.
Yep, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at playing guitar. So we're gonna do a song that I wrote for Jesse now. This next song is one I wrote for our wedding. We were it's true, we got married just a couple weeks after we played at the Old Time Social, and I had been like thinking about having a song that we could dance to at the wedding, and like all the country songs I know about divorce and heartache. And so I decided I had to write us one. So it's called I Got Lucky With You. Don't mess it up. smoking trend is hardly ever high. And the most I've ever wanted cards was a $7 pint. You may ask if I regret these things, but I assure you I do not. Because fortune only smiles on very few in this world. You can't expect it all to come to you in this world. Well, I have to muddle through these other things that I do because I got lucky with you. Now in the art of saying foolish things, I've got a silver tongue. When I'm climbing down a ladder, Lord, I always miss a rung. No, I'm not saying that my life's a wreck, 'cause it really is quite fun. But when I count my lucky stars, you come out number one. Because fortune only smiles on very few in this world. You can't expect it all to come to you in this world. Well, I have to muddle through these other things that I do because I got lucky with you. I'll take it, baby. You know that fortune only smiles on very few in this world. Oh no, you can't expect it all to come to you in this world. Well, I have to muddle through these other things that I do because I got lucky with you. Oh, darling, I got lucky with you.
Come on, you roving gamblers, while I have money to spend. Tomorrow my pockets will be empty. I will neither have dollars nor friends. Well, I once had plenty of money. I had friends standing all around. Now my pockets are all empty, and not a friend can be found. Well, it's up and down this old railroad, and across the Georgia line. Millions of women all around me, and not a true one can I as I sit here alone in this old jailhouse. $40 won't pay my fines. Whiskey has ruined my body. Pretty women are troubling my mind. You can dig this poor gambler down.
Well, thank you all so much for coming out this afternoon. We've had such a lovely time playing music for you. I hope you've had a good time too. And I know there's still amazing chili to be had, and there's going to be some jamming. The night is not over for sure. So thank you all so much, and I hope you'll come out to the other Deep End sessions, concerts this season. There's amazing musicians coming. I'm a huge fan of Riley Bogus, who's coming later in the season with Sabra Guzman and the Travis brothers, the Stewart brothers, Travis and Trevor Stewart, who are really, really awesome as well. So that's one to definitely mark in your calendars. You should just mark them all. But I'm going to forget who they all are, so I'm not going to say them right here. Yes, it's such a wonderful series, and we're so glad we could be part of it. I want to say a huge thank you to David for bringing us. And also a huge thank you to Ellen and Cody and Steven and Tim and Laura. We've just had such a wonderful time here these last couple of weeks and have been, it's been fabulous. And what a remarkable thing to get to make music together, have our job be to make music for 2 weeks together. We don't actually get to do that often at home. You have to clean the house and stuff. Yeah, gotta go to work and things. Yeah, so we're so happy we could do this. And we're gonna close with another tune that Jesse Finger picks. It's our version of Wild Bill Jones.
I learned this from a great banjo player named Ron Molinex. I went out last night for to take a little walk, and I walked upon that Wild Bill Jones. He was walking and talking about my true lover's side, and I bid him to leave her alone. He says his age is 21, too old to be controlled. I drew a revolver from my side, I destroyed that poor boy's soul. Well, he kicked and he scrambled and he fell to the ground, and he gave one dying moan. I threw my arms around my true lover's neck, saying, darling, you're left alone. Now pass around that long neck bottle, and we'll all get on a spree. For today was the end of Wild Bill Jones, and tomorrow'll be the last of me. Saying, darling, come go my bill. My bill's $10,000. Hey, Dad, I can never repay. She wrote me back in a week or two, saying, darling, just come home someday. Now with $4 in my pocketbook and a 44 in my hand, I'm going to win my true lover back, or I'm going to kill her man. They say that love is a pleasure for some, but no pleasure do I see for the one that I love more dearly than my life has turned her back on me.
Well, gosh.
Yeah, very kind.
We didn't plan an encore, but Jesse knows a lot of songs. I had to eat a carrot. Just a second. I wasn't thinking. I ate a carrot real fast, but.
Well, we're gonna listen to a song. This is from the great bluegrass singer Lou Reed, not the other Lou Reed. Lou Reed with an I. It's called "Lord Have Mercy on My Soul."
You should sing along if you catch on the chorus.
Well, Lord, have mercy on my soul. I don't want to reap what I've sown. Don't send me to the fire down below. Lord, have mercy on my soul. Well, I woke up this morning in an empty nest, realizing my sin and my weakness. Fell on my knees in despair. This sin's too much to bear. So when you're calling, roll, have mercy on my soul. Well, Lord, have mercy on my soul. I don't want to reap what I've sown. Don't send me to the fire down below. Lord, have mercy on my soul. Just like a voice crying in the wilderness, Lord, hear my plea for forgiveness. You saved Daniel from the dead, and you saved the world from sin. So when you're calling, roll, have mercy on my soul.